roundtables ago that we asked, why is your TV always on when you're doing a roundtable? You said, well, it's because I play a game.
If you can hear this, you are not alone. This is the Resistance.
What's up, everyone? It's the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. I am here in my own little corner. To my left, we have Grandmaster Revan, and to my right, the lovely, the beautiful Genevieve. And I'm going to play a clip for the world right now. I'm not going to play the whole damn thing, just the last few seconds. And check this bullshit out.
Gets to decide which sites they use. Americans are making their voices heard and standing up for the principles that make the internet a powerful force for change. As long as I'm president, that's what I'll be fighting for too.
Now that should have come up right there. He said, so long as I am president, that's what he's going to do. And, you know, a lot of people could argue, oh, this is an old video. No, it's not. This was published December 14th of this year, just 3 days ago. And this is on whitehouse.gov, as you can see. So, we have Barack Hussein Obama claiming that he is still the president of the United States and has presidential authority.
He's delusional.
Well, here's the thing. He's still acting like he has the authority. He's in talks with the FCC on this net neutrality thing. He's spoken to foreign dignitaries and made deals with them. And this is all just this year since Trump has taken his oath of office and become the president of the United States. This is stuff that Obama has been doing. Okay?
Obama needs to stop.
Yeah, well,
Because all he's doing is he's just feeding the fire with a bunch of gasoline and all different kinds of flammable bull crap. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. He's acting on authority that he doesn't have. He's exercising authority that he doesn't have, and taking on a role that he no longer has. And there is actually a law against it. I can't remember what the law is. But
the Logan Act.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of it. I kept wanting to say the Reagan Act, but I knew I was wrong. No, you're right. The Logan Act. That says that nobody can do these types of things without having the authority to do so. So he is in numerous violations of the Logan Act. It's right there on whitehouse.gov. Him violating the Logan Act.
It's he's been violating it for a year.
Yeah. I mean, at least his predecessors, you know, whether Clinton, both Bushes, or even further back, you know, at least once their term was up and they were no longer president, they shut up and moved on with their fucking shit.
Yep.
This guy will not shut the fuck up, and neither will Hillary for some stupid reasons. Like, where the fuck do you have any room to fucking talk, bitch? Just shut up
like I said,
and go away and die.
The only thing that those two are doing is they're just fanning the flames. And you know what? In all honesty, I think they're the ones who started this bullcrap fighting amongst themselves anyway.
Oh, it was. Where do you think this racial divide started? It started with the Obama administration propagating racial divide. He wanted to say that he and his so-called wife, which I swear to God is a man. You see fucking man hands on that bitch and a fucking bulge in her crotch area. I'm sorry.
And an Adam's apple.
Yeah, Adam's apple, man hands, man shoulders, and a bulge in the crotch region? Yeah, and didn't at one point he slip up and call her Michael?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I've seen the video.
More than one occasion, at least 2 or 3 occasions and shit.
Yeah. Well, in any case, moving on. Both Obama and his partner have both been very, very vocal about how America is so fucking racist. Well, here's the thing. Either you're right and America is racist, and at which point you guys fucking fix the election, or America's not as racist as you have indicated.
Mm-hmm.
So which is it? Either we're all racist, either we're not racist, or you guys rigged the election. Which is it? Fucking Democrats.
And it can't be both either.
Nope.
I mean, honestly, when he was running for president the first time, I did not vote for him. I voted for McCain. And then when he ran the second time, I didn't vote for him. I voted for Romney. So, I mean,
Epic rap battles of history.
yeah.
You guys ever seen that one?
Yes, I have.
Grandmaster, you ever seen that?
I think it was on Futurama.
No, epic rap battles of history between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
That shit was great. But here,
Oh yeah.
the Democratic Party has been doing all kinds of illegal shit. I mean, just this past election alone, how many dead people voted Democrat?
I don't know.
Up in the millions, I think.
Yeah,
Big
I mean,
time,
you
because-
had a shit ton of fucking votes for people who weren't even living.
Mm-hmm.
People who've been dead for decades.
And they say, oh, it was an electoral vote. No, you can't have an electoral vote for someone who's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. A dead person can't cast a ballot, but they did it. And nobody seems to have a problem with that.
I have a problem with it.
Well,
Yeah.
this is how I say it before. I mean, they all want to hope and change. Did we get it? No. Hope? No. And they felt like, oh, Obama did good. He did this for 8 years. No, he did not.
No, he didn't.
Nobody hated. There was no hate for Obama like this. No hate for Bush Jr. like this. Clinton, Bush Sr., Clinton, Reagan, Carter, Ford, Nixon, Johnson, Kennedy, Eisenhower. I mean, but there's much hate for Trump.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why.
Here's
He's
the
just a person
thing.
like everybody else.
There are jobs that are coming back here. Unemployment is down. People are working now.
Well, whether you like Trump or you don't, whether you're Republican or Democrat, here's the thing. You know, the Democrats lost the election, okay? Get over it. Move on. Try again next term. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have some dignity. Go out with some dignity.
And they're holding again on Trump. Well, no, last year it got debunked.
Well,
you were telling
me earlier the new sex allegations against Donald Trump, that these people were paid. Go into that.
Yeah, they were paid again to tell their false bullshit, and they were paid by the daughter of Lori Allred.
Yeah, this came out recently, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was this publicized?
Infowars. What else? Breitbart, Georgia Report.
So fairly reputable.
What else? AMTV. The Next Network.
Okay, so
I've been
pretty reputable sources right there. So, and Infowars, you know, despite their bullshit and Alex Jones being a fucking rip-off douche, you know, one thing I can say for him and the Infowars team, everything that they report on is documented and can be proven and quantified 100%. You I give them that. Any story that they touch base on can be proven and is backed up.
Yeah.
I at least give them that. But I think it's funny, that Obama still thinks that he has this presidential authority when he doesn't.
Nope.
I think that's hilarious. And I think that the Trump administration needs to push to do something about this. I mean, why is this on whitehouse.gov even?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Or it might be a reposting and shit from when it was in office.
I don't think so, because I hadn't seen anything about it prior to the fact. And if I remember correctly, it was talking about the net neutrality having failed. In fact, let's backtrack to that video just a minute. We will go back right to the beginning and see what he says here.
Ever since the internet was created, it's been organized around basic principles of openness, fairness, and freedom. There are no gatekeepers deciding which sites you get to access. There are no toll roads on the information superhighway. This set of principles, the idea of net neutrality, has unleashed the power of the internet and given innovators the chance to thrive. Abandoning these principles would threaten to end the internet as we know it. That's why I'm laying out a plan to keep the internet free and open. And that's why I'm urging the Federal Communications Commission to do everything they can to protect net neutrality for everyone. They should make it clear that whether you use a computer, phone, or tablet, internet providers have a legal obligation not to block or limit your access to a website. Cable companies can't decide which online stores you can shop at or which streaming services you can use. And they can't let any company pay for priority over its competitors. To put these protections in place, I'm asking the FCC to reclassify internet service under Title II of a law known as the Telecommunications Act. In plain English, I'm asking them to recognize that for most Americans, the internet has become an essential part of everyday communication and everyday life. The FCC is an independent agency, and ultimately this decision is theirs alone. But the public has already commented nearly 4 million times, asking the FCC to make sure that consumers, not the cable company, gets to decide which sites they use. Americans are making their voices heard and standing up for the principles that make the internet a powerful force for change. As long as I'm president, that's what I'll be fighting for too.
I'm not sure if that... I mean, the video was posted on this channel, particularly where I found this, was posted on December 14th. Now, this may have been posted prior to the fact. Maybe when Obama was still president. I'm not 100% on that. But this net neutrality thing where people have really spoken out against it and the FCC has been getting out of line and all this shit, that's fairly recent stuff of this year. So it would have to be backtracked to find out exactly when that video was initially posted. I'll have to do that later. I do not know my way around whitehouse.gov. So I'd have to fuck around with that for a while to find out for sure. But even if that alone was posted back during his administration, that still does not negate the fact that he's been working with foreign dignitaries and even now doing things that violate the Logan Act. I mean, that's still documented right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that wherever Trump goes, they follow.
Yeah, I noticed that.
To Russia, they went to Rome. I mean, they're like trying to undermine the guy, no matter what he does.
Well, speaking of undermining, did you hear what the what happened recently, the most recent undermining by the Trump administration?
No.
They're repealing the mandatory provisions that say that you have to have medical insurance.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring that up. Let's bring it up, yeah?
Because honestly, I mean, that was the most stupid thing that was ever put into effect, that you have to have insurance. Like, okay, well, if you want me to have insurance, then you should have it be free.
Well, I grabbed the
Seriously.
wrong link here, but there was another thing, the U.S. not granting loan relief to defrauded students. You know, that's one thing that the Trump administration did that was a big fucking bad no-no on my fucking book.
What was it about?
Oh, no more loan forgiveness.
No more loan forgiveness?
I don't even know how loan forgiveness works.
That's new.
Yeah.
I keep getting phone calls from these people saying, "Oh, you qualify for loan forgiveness." I'm like, okay, what the hell is loan forgiveness?
To forgive your student loans.
What does it do? Put it all into one, and you got to make like big lump sum payments, or does it just make it go bye bye?
I don't know. I've never really dealt with it at all, but what I do know is that if the college you attended went bankrupt or something, like say Everest went bankrupt, and you didn't get your degree beforehand, but you paid all that money in, or you had loans, then yeah, that would be forgiven because your schooling got fucked.
Okay, well, I went to San Joaquin Valley College. They didn't go out of business or anything like that. They just keep bugging the crap out of me. But yeah, I'm told I qualify for loan forgiveness, but I have no clue what it is, and no one will explain it to me. Why is it so quiet?
Looking up something.
I mean, it's really nuts that, you know, I mean, how many people thought about wanting hope and change for so long, and to hear about it from one guy for 8 years, didn't get it from nothing for 8 years, all of a sudden, a new guy comes in, brand new guy, never held office anywhere. He runs, wins the election, gets inaugurated, does what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, and all the citizens are impeding him because they keep being bullshitters. And see, when Obama was elected, I already knew straight up when he was, running. I knew he was full of crap. I knew he wasn't going to do anything. I knew he wasn't going to make anything better. I already knew it, which is why I didn't vote for him.
I guess I didn't save the article. Fuck, and I can't seem to find it, but I saw it the other day on Yahoo News. It was Yahoo News. And if anybody knows the article, or if I find it, I'll post it here. But if not, if anybody knows the article that I'm referencing, by all means share it in the comments section. They're for a while been talking about repealing this aspect of the Affordable Health Care Act that requires you to have insurance or pay a penalty. Well, apparently that came to a head recently, and if I'm not mistaken, that portion has been repealed or is in the process of being repealed.
This one I don't get. If they can repeal the whole Title II bullshit thing, and it's done, right? how come they tried to repeal Obamacare and they often they failed? It was an easy thing to do to repeal.
Uh,
Um,
the problem was everybody's looking for a replacement to that legislation, but nobody can really come up with a viable solution to the problem. They want something sturdy. They want to build a house in place of a sinking ship.
hmm.
Because Obamacare is failing. The Affordable Care Act was a complete disaster in every regard since its inception. But they
It's
want to
costing
replace it
people
with something
money.
that would actually work, and there's just too many people who feel that the proposed replacement wouldn't get the job done. At least that's what
Hmm.
I'm getting out of it.
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the insurance stuff. As long as my Medicare is perfectly fine, I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I'm thinking. You know, in Canada and several other countries, your
They have free
taxes.
insurance.
Yeah, well, it's not that. Their medical coverage is covered by their taxes. And
Hmm.
Canada pays roughly about the same amount in taxes that we do. They pay the same percentages that the United States does. So, why is it that our tax dollars can't be used to fund our medical the same way that Canada does? I mean, granted, it's not entirely free. There are provisions to where you can't abuse the system,
Hmm.
which, which is to be expected, but why not implement something like this instead of Congress voting to give themselves another substantial pay raise on our fucking dime?
I don't know because they're idiots. I guess I wouldn't know. I don't have their mushy brains.
Yeah.
Unlike them, my brain is solid. You know, it's not baby food because they're idiots.
Oh, I don't think it's that they're idiots. I think they just don't give a shit about the American people, and
They
that's the
don't. All
problem.
they care about is the dollar. They want more money, more money, more money because they have these materialistic bitch of wives or husbands that say, "Oh, I want to buy this, this, and this, and this," and they think that, "Oh, well, you know, I got the good life, so you know, I'm just gonna spend whatever I want on whatever I want. And if my husband or wife can't afford it, I'll just suggest them that they vote on another pay raise."
Yeah. Well, that's a factor too. Plus, you have companies like the FCC getting hit with the cable companies, fucking people getting paid out all the time to fucking pass legislation in favor
Hmm.
of shady fucking deals. I mean, it's essentially a business game, is what it's become. It's not about the will of the people, it's about the will of the corporations who are lining the pockets of the politicians.
Exactly, and it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid.
Yeah. And they want to say, oh, well, your taxes go for the roads and they pay your fire department
Oh,
and all
they
this other
don't.
shit.
The
Okay.
taxes do not go for the roads. I mean, they say it does, but you know, when have you ever driven on a road that was smooth and actually felt like it was taken care of, like they say they do? Or when have our children ever gone to school and not had to have a textbook that's like 50 years old?
Yeah. I mean, you have budget cuts to the schooling to where most schools don't even have
Mhm.
extracurricular programs like music and art programs anymore. Okay?
And for me, for my son going into kindergarten, I have to buy the school supplies for the kids to use during the school year. I have to buy crayons, I have to buy markers, I have to buy erasers, pencils, uh, paper, folders, index cards, all the kinds of things I have to buy.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, isn't there supposed to be, because of the budget
That's
cuts,
supposed to be taken out of your taxes.
yeah.
That's supposed to be what our tax dollars go for. It's to pay for the schools,
Mhm.
to pay for the roads, to pay for the fire and emergency services. Okay, I'm sorry, but you know what? The ambulances charge $1,000 on average a ride. Okay?
Exactly.
The cities, counties, and states generate hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars
Oh yeah.
in extortion revenue from traffic violations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's the states get funding from the taxes, but that's limited and pales in comparison to the amount of revenue that's being brought in for the extortion services provided by the police department for minuscule traffic violations, like not wearing a fucking seatbelt. Okay? And isn't
That's
Caltrans and
normally,
other road companies like that, aren't they privately owned? Are they like
yeah.
private contractors?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And,
And
you know,
most of them
on,
don't get paid with tax dollars?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, like they don't get paid with our tax dollars, or like a very small portion of it actually comes from our taxes. I mean, it's
I have
paying
no idea.
for. I mean, what did the Trump administration? How did they delegate their budget? Like they increased the military budget. They cut
Which is good.
they cut public broadcasting. I
Mm-hmm.
believe they also cut schools.
They need to increase school.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that they need to
They
increase is
need they
the
need
military
they
and
need to
schools.
Well, they
they need a
increased
legal
legal.
on public broadcasting. Leave that alone. I mean, that's been around forever. Because I remember as a kid, I watched Sesame Street.
Yep.
I watched, Th- I watched 51 Contact. I watched, Mr. Rogers.
Yep.
I
Yes,
mean,
I enjoy it.
and I watched them every day when I was a kid until when they started out with new shows for kids. My son was little and he watched them.
Mm-hmm. Funny
Um,
Okay.
story about Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was a Marine sniper, and he had, I believe, it was a Medal of Honor and stuff like that because he was like a war hero.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers was a fucking badass. It's not Ben's words. He was a fucking
He
badass.
also he also had a really bad temper, according to the he had a bad temper. Like if he came in and he was in a bad mood, it was kind of like Leroy Jethro Gibbs off of NCIS times 100.
Okay. So we have the defense budget increased exponentially. Veterans Affairs is still relatively small. Homeland Security is pretty small. Social Security, NASA, the Treasury, Corps of Engineers. That looks to be in the negative. Yeah, the Treasury, Corps of Engineers, Justice, Commerce. Well, commerce. Varying aspects of commerce are in the negative. One aspect is in the positive. Uh, Same with interior. Energy's in the negative. Transportation is one positive, two negatives. EPA about the same, just the same. Labor, oh man, fucking labor, agriculture, HUD, education. Education's been cut substantially. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
HHS was cut substantially, and
It's human health
other
services.
other it's like the yellow is in the negative, but the blue and the red are in the positive. Like I don't know these demographics. I mean, you guys could watch the reviews. This is on CNBC.com, and this is the change priorities as per the Trump administration.
So the schools need to be up, not down. The VA needs to be up, not down.
Well, the
Military needs to be up, not down.
military
All
is
other
up.
stuff.
Military is up, but schooling and a lot of other things are down. see, it says President Trump
Yeah, well, they need to
releases
spend
a
more.
budget plan this week that would take funding from most federal agencies to bolster the Department of Defense, Veteran Affairs, and Homeland Security. The slim document highlights Trump's plan for discretionary spending, but does not address the administration's entitlement or tax plans, which will be shared later.
Wait, did he take money away from the Veterans Affairs?
Um, Veterans, I'm not sure if there was any cuts. It's not in the negative. Veterans Affairs is not in the negative. It's below 10. I can tell you that. It's below 10.
Yeah, he took money from it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Obama administration or even past administrations charts look like, but there's a lot in the negative, like awful lot in the negative. I mean, you guys could review it yourselves.
The reason I'm asking is because Steven, his through the VA, it was cut down. I don't remember how much was cut back, but the amount that he gets was cut back. So
Well, I just shared the link
and him
with
and
you
I were
guys in
wondering
the
why.
roundtable discussion. So on our roundtable email, I just shared that link with you guys.
Okay.
So
Well, I guess I now know why his veteran disability was taken down.
And the graph was on the video feed, so
Okay.
you guys would be able to see it then.
Just
review it.
Pentagon administering a secret multi-million-dollar UFO program.
Okay.
My hair's not messed up for this, okay? I gotta have my hair all messed up and like all over the place so I can be like that guy from Ancient Aliens. Aliens.
Well, I hate to break it to you.
Huh?
I hate to break it to you, Ages, but I gotta go. I have a huge headache.
Oh, I hope you feel better.
I'm sorry. I'll try. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen and then I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Well, you feel better, and Grandmaster Oven and I will finish up this little topic here.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Night.
Okay,
Night.
Grandmaster. What's this about aliens?
Does Pentagon still have a UFO program? The answer has a bit mysterious.
Okay.
The New York Times reported on Saturday that a hush-hush program ran from 2007 to 2012 with $22 million in annual funding secretly tucked away in the U.S. Defense Department. Budgets worth hundreds of billions of dollars.
Really?
Pentagon openly acknowledged the fate of the program in response to Reuters' query.
Okay.
The Pentagon acknowledged on Saturday that its long-secret UFO program
Secret UFO investigation program.
Yeah. In 2012, when U.S. defense officials shifted attention and funding the other priorities. But as to whether the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program has continued to investigate UFO sightings since its funding ended 5 years ago could rank as an unexplained phenomenon.
So what? They're searching for UFOs or they're building UFOs? What the fuck are they doing?
Some kind of program into, I think it was...
It's not space exploration, basically. Seems like they're trying to contact extraterrestrial life.
Yeah. The New York Times reported on Saturday that a hush-hush program tasked with investigating sightings of UFOs or flying objects that are unidentified right from 2007 to 2012 with a $22 million in annual funding secretly tucked away in U.S. Defense Department budget worth hundreds of billions of dollars.
Wow.
Its initiative funding came largely at the request of former Senate Democrat leader Harry Reid. The Nevada Democrat, long known for his enthusiasm of space phenomena, the District said.
So
Yet
basically,
again,
NASA's just been sitting on that money.
yeah.
So
Yet
they haven't
according
even
to
really been doing anything with it. They haven't been using it for exploring the cosmos or trying to make contact with other life forms. Basically, they've just been sitting on it.
Yet according to its backers, the program remains in existence, and officials continue to investigate UFOs episodes brought to their attention by service members. The paper said. The Pentagon openly acknowledged the fate of the program in response to their emergency inquiry. The Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program ended in 2012 timeframe, Pentagon spokeswoman Laura Ochoa said in the email. It was determined that there were other priority issues that merited funding, and it was in the best interest of the DoD to make a change, he said.
So basically,
But Pentagon,
they cut funding because basically what happened is it seems that the government said, okay, you're not spending the money we're giving you to do this job. We feel that this money could be spent elsewhere rather than you just sitting on it after stuffing it in your mattress, so we're cutting your funding.
oh yeah.
That's pretty much the article in a nutshell. You're taking our money and just sitting on it where it could be better spent elsewhere. You're done. You have exceeded your credit limit. Thank you for applying at the bank of...
Yeah. The DoD takes serious all threats and intentions to our people, our assets, and our mission, and take action wherever credible. Information is developed, as Joyce said. What is less in doubt is former Senator Reid's enthusiasm for UFOs and his key role in launching the Pentagon initiative to identify advanced aviation threats.
Yeah.
If you talk to Harry Reid for 60 seconds, that is the least surprising thing over that he loves UFOs and got earmarked to study them. Former Reid spokesperson Kristen Orthman said in a message on Twitter, or as Reid himself said in the tweet, that links to the time story, the truth is out there seriously.
That's right. I don't doubt that there's extraterrestrial life out there. I don't pretend to know how the cosmos works or what all it entails or what all's out there. But in the vastness of the universe, I have a hard time believing that we are the only intelligent life out there, whether or not they are coming to this miserable little dirt ball. I don't know. And if they are, I don't know what their reasons are. I don't pretend to know. I will not speculate as to such matters. But I have no doubt that there are extraterrestrials. I don't know if they're little green men. I don't care if they're little gray motherfuckers with big gray eyes. I don't care if they're reptilian. I don't care if there's a fucking mixture out there. I don't care if it's a fucking Klingon. I don't give a shit. Okay? I'm sure there's a vastness of life out there, or for all I know, it's just other worlds like ours with the same humanoid creatures like us, for all we know. Who fucking knows? I don't know.
My son studies aliens and stuff like this since it was 10 years old.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, these ideas of alien abductions could, in fact, be fucking something as simple as governmental abductions with implanted false memories. I mean, you hear about that kind of shit happening in the past, so
Yeah.
I mean, that's entirely possible. Or any of these fucking alien sightings or anything like that. It could even just be fucking supernatural based, like spiritual manifestations. Again, that's speculation. I won't say that it is or it isn't. It's just one of numerous ideas that's out there. I can't say that it is or it isn't, and I can't subscribe to any of these ideas. It's like I said,
What the
I don't
fuck?
fucking know.
Google is going to shut down its once hyped augmented reality project Tango.
Really?
What the fuck is Tango?
I don't know. I've heard about it. I never really got into it.
Let's see here. Let's see, what's Tango? I think Tango is a 3D mapping technology requires high-tech hardware made specially to handle it.
Huh.
We'll introduce Arc Core, a developed toolkit for creating augmented reality apps and experience back in August. Arc Core still won't work with any phone, but it will have much broader reach than Tango. Google said at the launch that Arc Core will work on up to 100 million devices by end of the year, and that most Android phones released in 2018.
Huh.
Worth work to service too. With R-Core's launch, Tango seems pretty much dead in the water since the new platform will bring augmented reality to more phones with less hardware. Still fairly, the way Google seems committed to Tango, the company is still showing off the technology this spring, both at its own developers conference and Mobile World Congress. Representatives said in May that Google's vision was to Tango in every smartphone, and BMW announced partnership with Tango at the beginning of the year. Still, our core software developed kit is very similar to Tango's, so although the latter is getting unsettled, it will live on its predecessor, albeit in the more virtual, versatile way.
Huh. Is there anything about added spyware features or any ability for AI to say
Uh,
wiretapping kind of thing?
that's for all well, on one hand, Move isn't protocol. Tango has been around for years and never reached mainstream adoption because it's using its 3D mapping technology requires high-tech hardware made particularly to handle it. That's all I'm here. It's like,
That might be something
I guess
to look into and touch base on later on. I think for now, I think we kind of ran our course. We talked about what we aim to talk about. We'd like to talk more about net neutrality, but I don't think there's any more that can really be said right now. I mean, we already all know what happened. What happens after the fact, now that that door's open, just have to wait and see. Beyond that, there's really nothing that can really be said on the net neutrality thing. Again,
well, what I found out that it ain't over until that yeah it's dead for now, but is it really dead? We don't know because they're suing the FCC to overturn it, and there's also a chance that the appellate court can reverse the appeal to have it reversed and shit.
Yeah. Well, fuck? What's that? I don't know what the hell that was. But anyway, I think we did kind of run our course. So, I'm going to call it. Ms. Robin, thank you.
Holy shit.
What?
ABC fired Mario Batali from the Chew following sexual misconduct reports. This is that chef guy.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, and here I thought we were going to fucking stop the round table. Let's keep going. What do you got? Lay it on me.
Let's see here. Let me see. Following the shocking report about Mario Batali's alleged sexual misconduct over the last 2 decades, ABC is ending its relationship with the chef, who has co-hosted the network's daytime show, food show, The Chew, since 2011. Vitale was asked to take a leave for the show Monday, when Eastern New York first reported allegations of sexual misconduct from 4 women, 3 of whom worked at Vitale's restaurant over the years, but now ABC has made the final decision. Upon completing its review into the allegations made against Mario Vitale, ABC has terminated its relationship with him, and he will no longer appear on The Chew. A spokesman says in a statement to Deadline, we remain unaware of any type of inappropriate behavior involving him and anyone affiliated with our show. ABC takes matters like this very seriously, as we are committed to a safe work environment. To his past behavior violates our standard conducts.
Huh.
Tuesday, the Chew 3 ring host Clinton Shelley, Carla Hall, and Michael Simon delivered a message to viewers at the start of the show. Acknowledged Vitale's temporary departure due to allegations of past improper behavior and the staff mission to deliver the entertainment show that you come to expect. Since Tuesday, they filmed episodes as a trio. ABC has not announced any plans to fill Vitale's host slot. A cast member since the show inception, Sisters Vitale has appeared in nearly 1,100 episodes of The Chew. Chef's face and name has already been scrubbed from The Chew's homepage, although his dishes are still featured in the recipes database.
Was that a duck?
Yeah, my phone. Vitale announced that he was sitting down for the day-to-day operations of his sprawling restaurant empire Monday. The Food Network secretly plans to freeze the forthcoming show Moto Mario, and both Target and Vitale, which counts Vitale's partner, removed projects from their shelves.
Huh.
In a statement to Eater, Vitale did not deny allegations that lead to his departure from the public eye. The behavior was wrong, and there are no excuses. The chef explained, I take full responsibility and am deeply sorry for any pain, humiliation, and discomfort I have caused to my peers, employees, customers, friends, and family. Mario's removal from The Chew is actually the second change that ABC has made of one of its programs due to allegations of sexual conduct this week.
Huh.
Wednesday, the network announced that it's showing the Great American Bake Show, which just premiered last Friday, because former employee co-host Johnny Luzini is accused of the chef of sexual conduct and
Hello. Boy, somebody doesn't want this information getting out, do they? Hello. Hello. Well, that's a hell of a way to end the round table. Lost his call right there. How about that shit? Well, I guess that's that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. Peace out, y'all.